Writing a sequel sucks. Hello writers in training, I'm Shannon, writing under the pen name S.C. Houston and author of Blood of the Lily. If you've ever written a sequel, you might be one of the lucky ones that can bang that story out. But not me. Let me tell you how much writing my sequel sucked and how that affected my whole timeline. I wrote a loose outline for my second book in the same vein as I did for the first novel in my trilogy series, Blood of the Lily. I started writing the story and the words just flew out. 30,000 words in, I realized the story was happening to my character, giving my protagonist little agency. So I went back to the drawing board twice, writing another 30,000 words that had to be nixed before finalizing a story that worked. The biggest issue was trying to write a story for Rose where she could grow as a character while still advancing the plot toward its conclusion in the third book and keeping all the other subplots going at the same time. Well, I finally got there. Yay, party! Then more problems hit. I was 3 months behind schedule and I had two major issues. First, my critique group kept pointing out pacing issues at the beginning of the story. And two, the deadline to my editor was less than a month away when I finally finished writing the book. Because of the impending deadline to my editor, not a single one of my beta readers could read my manuscript and provide feedback in that quick time period. For the first book, I had 5 beta readers and one I paid for, which cost $46. Now I had to pay for all of my beta readers, and I also hired a developmental editor to help with the pacing. All of that cost a total of $448.58. Ouch. With all that said, I love my second book. Soul of a Rose came out great. The pacing issues got worked out and Rose turned out to be an awesome character. But the process sucked and I spent way too much money. On the monetary flip side, my cover was free. If you know the story about my first book cover, then you might remember that I hired someone to do it, and at that time I was participating in April NaNoWriMo, writing the second book, and I wanted a cover as a placeholder on the website. So just playing around with the free software GIMP, I made a cover, and I liked it better than the one I had commissioned for my first book. So I also made another cover for Blood of the Lily and liked it better too. Between the two book covers, my favorite is still the second book. So now it's time to do the cover reveal. Ta-da! I think it's gorgeous, and I'm very happy with it. Here is the print version with, of course, that Amazon band for not for resale across it. But Soul of a Rose is now available for pre-order on Amazon with a release date of January 3rd, 2022. It costs only 99 cents right now, but it will rise to full price on January 8th. Thank you so much for coming with me on my journey so far, guys. I really appreciate all of you, and happy writing.